Hey, late game reviewer here, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on Fallout 4 and Xbox. You're right, and XCOM 2. First of all, for Fallout, I'm going to say I'm pretty happy with the results that I'm seeing on the trailer. Well, yeah, except for the thing that the dog has to die, or just it has to change. It really has to change, really. Like you see a game that's a lot more beautiful than the dog's presentation. It the dog looks like shit. I'm sorry. It looks like really freaking shit. He has to die. Really, like put a grenade in his ass or something and make it blow up. I don't know. I don't like him. But for the rest, uh, colorful world. The Ron Perlman. What the fuck, man? This is good. It's really good. I love it. I really do love it, but there's not a lot that I can say about it except that I think they're playing it safe. All I'm gonna say is this: I really hope they're gonna work on a new engine or something, because that freaking engine is if they're gonna use the same one as in Fallout 3, I really hope they're gonna use like a different engine. It looks freaking old. But if they use the same, a lot of old hardware will be able to run on it. So that might bring in new customers. I guess. I don't know. But hey, there's not a whole lot to say except that it's going to happen in Boston, Massachusetts, and, well, that's basically it. There's really not a lot enough to say about that one. Well, up to the next news. XCOM 2 explains why it's going to be a PC exclusive. To be frank, I would say, haha, PC Master Race. No, I'm kind of really happy about that, because that I really have. Well, let me explain the reason here, because that's what they say. To do that, we let's see here. So according to, or let's say IGN or Firaxis, what they said is because of they wanted to implement the physics-based rendering, which is going to be freaking beautiful. Better environmental destruction and high fidelity characters environments. And of course, there's procedurally generated maps. Oh, which brings me to Fallout 4. I really hope they're going to use the physics from NVIDIA. Because I know that Havoc physics engine is good, but I kind of like NVIDIA physics. I tend to say that it's more mature, or it has matured a lot more than anything I've seen. Physics is really beautiful. You can take something shitty and you can make it polish. It's still gonna be like shit, but it's gonna be polished shit. It's awesome. Like you can do a lot of things with it. Just look at, I don't know, like wow. I don't have any games on top of my mind right now. Well, PlayStation 2 Planet Side 2 at one point at all the particles. You can do Batman games, for example, like the papers flying everywhere. It puts a whole it changes the whole atmosphere in a game, and even though the game might have really shitty textures, it might change everything with physics because of the dust, because of the light, the shading, for example. The man, it could be again like the dust. What else? Things flying everywhere around you. It just changes the whole atmosphere. You can change the game with that, even if you take like an outdated engine. I really hope they're going to put a lot of emphasis on this, if they're going to use something really old like I've seen in the trailers. But to go back in XCOM 2, yeah, physics-based rendering, better environmental destruction. Can you imagine that in the original XCOM game that was in the 90s, it used environmental destruction that even games today don't even use? I mean, you just throw a grenade and the whole wall would just blow up. It would completely disappear. So if there's an enemy behind it, there's going to be some smoke. Well, shitty smoke. But then you'll be able to see the enemy behind it. That was freaking awesome. And even today, it's still, well, the remake of XCOM, it still uses that kind of, let's say, feature. And there's going to be some procedurally generated maps. I'm kind of afraid of that, because I know that procedurally generated content is kind of to its infancy stage. As in, I've seen a lot of copy paste kind of thing. I mean, you take a map, you copy paste it 1,000 times, and you change one simple aspect, one tree, for example, That's different. It counts as different, so let's put it in the, like the list, for example, if there's a big list of maps. I really hope they're going to be original in that department, because if it's going to be copy paste, it's going to look like shit. Like, I don't care about the game that's really good and like the whole gameplay and the mechanics, but if you present me the same kind of level every freaking time, I'm gonna bitch. Like, there's a lack of map originality in the XCOM Unknown, like the first one, Enemy Unknown. There's a big lack of diversity. I really hope there's going to be some. And there's going to be modded support. So, you know, if there's a lack somewhere, that's going to be fixed. Like, who knows? Maybe someone's going to. Like, they say that there's not going to be a launchpad support. Well, who knows? There might be a mod that's going to enable it. We don't know. But that's a good thing. And consoles and mods, that really doesn't go well together. And this is their reason. To do that, we had to use all of our studio expertise. Now, our expertise here is PC. So I'm kind of wondering, and this is why I had to make this video, how many developers, or because of publishers, like they're the culprit, if they are, not saying they are, but they could be, how many of them, of the developers that put a hold on features because they release their game everywhere? For example, we might get XCOM 2 for everything, like Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. And because it's released everywhere, there's not going to be any mods. Let's say they did say, like right now they said, you know what, there's not going to be gamepads first, but there are going to be some gamepads, and here's a list of features that we're going to have. And then later on, a couple of weeks or a couple of months later, they say, well, you know what, physics-based rendering, we can't do it because it takes too much space. The Xbox One hard drive doesn't have enough. Or it's just like way too much. Environmental destruction is good, but it's just like the other game, and so on and so on. You get the picture. The list of features just it drops, or it decreases because of the consoles, or whatever system or console or platform that is really freaking weak. That pisses me off. So whatever vision the developer had, they have to change it because of one stupid weak guy, like the weak link, the weak. How do they say this? Like the weak chain link or something. Can't really. I'm not sure about that one. But anyways, so how many developers have been on hold? Not on hold, but have holded up on features like that. I personally don't know that question, like the answer of that question, but I'd like to know, and I'm pretty sure it's not the first time that happened. I'm pretty sure that a lot of developers out there, when they were like on the drawing board and they were trying to like getting out some ideas, and they said, well, listen, our idea is to get it on everything, so you know what you said about procedurally generated content, or I don't know, it's like some really awesome freaking stuff, we're gonna have to take that out. It's not gonna work. Man, that pisses me a lot. But then again, I'm really happy that they did do that. And Firaxis, I have to say, even though it's not the best XCOM Enemy Unknown game that I've seen, like it's not the best XCOM remake that I would love to see, they somewhat did a good job on it. I really had to thank them for that. And for XCOM 2, because of that idea, I really hope they go beyond. But then again, I mean, XCOM it's a really beloved franchise. It's a really beloved IP that everyone loves. Like every kind of hardcore gamer out there that knows XCOM, and some kind of developer or publisher takes hold of that IP, like there's a whole it's a new game there. It's like the pressure is enormous and it's really big. So what they did is kind of good. I hope they're going to do better with XCOM 2. So my thoughts on that one, good job. And that takes a lot of balls to do. They're taking a really big risk here. But then again, they're hiring up the quality to a lower base, like to a lower customer base. So chances are I'm going to buy that game. Pretty sure I'm going to buy that game. Not probably not pre-order unless what I see, it's like confirmed that what you see is what you get. So, which up to now is not has been. It's not good on that one with me because, like Batman Arkham Knights, Witcher 3. They no, it's not pre-order as they didn't have a lot of good. They don't have a lot of good reputation here. So, what do you guys think about those two? Fallout 4 and XCOM 2. See you later, guys.